Today we're going to look at simplifying algebraic expressions. So we're going to do a quick part reviewing all the parts of an algebraic expression. So let's look at what an algebraic expression is. It contains variables, so that's just your letters, numbers, and at least one operation. That means add, subtract, multiply, divide, but no equal sign. So for an example, that would look something like 2x plus 1. Okay. Our next definition is a variable. A variable. A placeholder, usually a letter, used to represent an amount. So in our expression up here, let's label our variable. Variable. All right, let's keep going. Coefficient. The numerical part, so it is a number, attached to the variable. If a term is only variables, the coefficient is 1. That's super, super important. So, co means together. Like co-pilot, you pilot the plane together. Co-captain, you work together. Co means together, so it is the number that goes with the variable. So in this expression, the 2 is our coefficient. So if we look over here, we have 7x. So the coefficient for this one is 7. Then we have just a plain old y. Oh, remember, we don't write a 1 there. It says if it's only the variable, the coefficient is 1. And here, negative x. Well, there's a negative 1 coefficient hiding there. All right, a term. A term. Part of an expression separated by addition or subtraction. So multiplication and division does not count, just addition or subtraction. So here's an addition sign. So we have 1 term, 2 terms in this expression. There are 2 terms. Okay. Like terms means terms in which the variables are exactly the same. 2x plus 3y and 3x. The like terms that are the same are 2x and 3x. Let's look and practice how many terms. In this example, there are 1, 2, 3 terms. In the example above, there are 1, 2, 3 terms. Okay? Unlike terms are terms of different variables. So like 3x and 4y, or x squared and x. We cannot put them together because they are unlike terms. And lastly, we have a constant. It is a numerical term without a variable. So up in our example, what would be the constant? 1 would be the constant. Good. Now you're ready to apply these terms to the next section. So we're going to go through and we are going to look and try to figure out how many terms are in each expression. Remember, terms are separated by addition or subtraction. So I'm just going to draw a line and separate where there's addition and subtraction to see that there are 1, 2, 3 terms. All right, so I want you to pause the video right here and try to complete the next 4. The next number 2, number 3, and number 4. So pause it and try to complete those. All right, so you have completed them now, so let's check. Addition and subtraction is where it separates. So we have 1, 2 terms. Oh, that is a division. Remember, fraction means division. Division does not count separation, so just 1 term. And here, anywhere I see an addition and subtraction sign. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 terms. Good job. So let's look at the next row. Identify the coefficient. So the number with the variable. So I'll look for the variable, there's an 8 there. My coefficient is 8. It's the number attached to the variable. It's co-captain. It's co-pilot. All right. Go ahead and try 6, 7, and 8. Pause it right here. All right. When you're ready, push play to move on. Now this one's tricky. When this is we want to group the symbol with it. That is a negative 6a. That is a negative 6. So one thing we can do, remember when we see a subtraction sign, we got to do keep, change, opposite. So that is a negative 6 attached to that a. On x, remember there's a hidden 1 there. And then the same thing as 6 goes for number 8. We take the whole sign with it. That is a negative 1, a negative 1. And if we had 10 minus y, keep, change, opposite. There is a negative 1 hiding there. Good job. So now let's look for the constants. The constants. Now, 6x plus 7y minus 3 constant means no variable. We group the whole symbol, negative 3 is our constant. Remember, if we write that out, keep, change, opposite, that is a negative 3. Pause the video right here and try the next two. All right, so the constant means no variable, so in this case that is 8. And over here, well, they all have a variable, so there is no constant. There is not one. All right, so now we're going to try to identify like terms. Now we know all the parts of our expression. Let's try to combine some like terms. So we're first going to try it with some words here. 3 red, 2 yellow, 5 orange, 4 red, and 6 green. So we're talking about the M&Ms probably on our desk or in our pack. So I can combine my red. 3 red and 4 red. 3 red and 4 red equals 7 red. That is the only like terms I can combine. Then everything else would have to stay the same. 7 red, 2 yellow, 5 orange, and 6 green. I cannot combine any more piles because none of them are the same. All right, let's look at number 2. 4 cats, 2 dogs, 3 dogs, and 1 cat. What could I combine? Well, 4 cats and 1 cat makes 5 cats. And 2 dogs and 3 dogs make 5 dogs. All right, we're going to try number 3 together, and then I'm going to let you pause it and try the last 3. So 6a plus 4b minus 2a plus c. I think the most helpful thing is going to be to keep, change, opposite before you can combine. Because now you see that's really a negative 2a. So I've got 6a's and a negative 2a. 6 plus negative 2 is 4a. And then I got 4b with no other b's, so I just write it. And a c with no other c. That is as simplified as I can get that expression. There are no other terms I can combine. Now pause it right here and try 4, 5, and 6. All right, when you're ready to move on, please press play again. X and X gets me 2 X's. Y, there are no other Y's to put together. But 4 and 7 are both constants or plain old numbers, so I can put them together to get 11. That is my simplified expression. That's as small as it can get. Number 5. Number 5. 8W and a negative 8W. Remember, keep, change, opposite. That is negative. 8W and a negative 8W cancels out. We know negative 8 plus 8 is 0. So my W's are gone. Then I have a positive 3 and a negative 8. Positive 3 and negative 8 gets me to negative 5. And that's as simplified as I can go. Number 6, our last one here. 3m plus 5n minus 1 plus 8mn. Well, this is 8mn's. These are just m's and n's separate. There are no like terms here. We cannot combine anything. So at this time, you are ready to move on to try to find the perimeter. We're going to find the perimeter on this page. So keep this page, and we're going to find the perimeter right in this corner. So go ahead and move on to the next video.